Yeah. It's Snap. Woo. Who you thought it was? Yeah. It's me, nigga. Yeah. A representative for the A-Town. Snap stack chips like she live in a Bellagio. I be in it laying on verandas or a bungalow. Catch me in Afghanistan till I witness Sunni. Catch me in Burundi with the tribe of Watusi.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Podcast. You see the name on the screen. It's your boy L. Dot himself, and I'm back with a new episode. It's been a minute since I've been one. We're in 2025 now, people, and I haven't done a show since 2024, people. So what I would say with that is that it's like past time for me to put something out. And like I say, we are coming into a new year hot. If anybody's been living in America, you know what has been going on here. From mass shootings to right now, we're dealing with a fire that is ravaging LA like probably something they haven't seen in over 100 years in America. If you know the history, though, side note, if you know the history of America, this fire thing burning down, this has happened pretty much damn near in every major city and some small cities throughout the country over the years. And honestly, in a very suspicious way, but we'll get into that in a whole nother episode. That's one of my 10 for Kufi episodes where I basically take you down this rabbit hole of conspiracy, which isn't really conspiracy, it's all true, but you just never heard it before. But I digress. I'm not going to dive deep in that today. Again, my condolences to all the people in LA and what you're going through. Thank goodness I'm not out there right now. I have a business was out in Orange County that's not too far from the area, so I know the area very, very well. And this is crazy, people. The only thing I'll say before I move on is I'll say this. California doesn't get wildfires like this. If you know the reason why it generally happens, and when it does happen, it happens in the summer. Why does it happen in the summer? Summer, because it's hot. I checked the weather from the other day when it started. I think it was like 60 something degrees. Now, granted, it doesn't rain a lot, but I know people in LA. People in LA have been saying all last year that it rained more than usual. So it wasn't extremely dry. It doesn't make sense for your fire hydrants to be empty. Doesn't make sense to cut $17 million from the firefighters' budget. It doesn't make sense to that insurance companies months ago, last few weeks have been killing people's policies, home policies in that area. Doesn't make sense, or it does make sense, because what I'm starting to see is that everything is happening for a reason. So with that being said, my condolences again. I don't think this is something that is caused by a natural disaster. I don't think this is something that is caused by climate change. I think this has everything to do with them peoples and them folks. I think that they have a bigger plan at play. We can dive into that. Man, I wish y'all was actually calling in today. I wish I had the phone lines open. How many people we got here? We going up 640 something. So we got people in here today. I wish I had the phone lines open so we could discuss it. Maybe on the next episode, you let me know if you want to do that or not, and we'll go from there. But outside of that, like I said, this is the episode. We're back at it. And today I'm just going to probably cover a couple of topics that's been rolling through my timeline. But before I do that, I got to go fix my hair. So give me a quick second. I'm going to take a small break, and I'll be right back in like 30 seconds.
Let's get into it.
Keep us locked on your radio dial. Keep it locked.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce, and you listening to my station.
This is 300 Radio.
We back. I said, we back. Watch this. Okay, I was ready to say my microphone better have been going. So anyway, what's been going on? Like I said, I've been gone for maybe I haven't done a video in like 2 months. I've done some of them. I just haven't edited them down and put them out. So today I'm probably not gonna edit. I'm just gonna do the, one shot take, go straight through, boom, put it out, see what you guys think. But I did have a couple of things I did want to touch on today, and I took a couple of notes. First and foremost, outside of what's going on in LA, the fact that Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. Did anybody even use Threads? Because I don't use Threads. Instagram and Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg basically said that he is going to now stop shadow banning the fuck out of people. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I think what is at play is that TikTok is kicking Facebook's ass. TikTok is probably got everybody moving to their platform and moving away from Facebook. Everybody knows Facebook is Fedbook. Everybody knows Facebook. All they're there to do is to stifle, to control, and to program you into a way of thinking. And I think people are just tired of it. And so they moved away from it. So I think Zuckerberg is basically trying to get the people to come back. But I don't really think that's going to be a good look. I don't think it's going to be a good look at all. I have a Facebook, but I'll be honest, I don't use it. They took I had a main account like 2 years ago that they took. Once they took that, I was like, I'm not restart. I had over 5,000 people. You know, I had 15,000 followers at some point. I'm not going to do that shit all over again. And I wasn't big enough for people to come looking for me. So being that that's the case, you can have it, brother. And y'all took my thing. And I'm going to tell you, Facebook took my page because they wanted me to upload my ID. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why the fuck would I do that? This is Facebook. This is not something that need to know who I am, but that lets me know that I obviously hit somebody's radar that I didn't want to be on. So I digress. I would tell Zuckerberg, good luck with that, brother, but I really don't think people are gonna fuck with you after that. Oh, T.I. and Tiny. Did y'all hear about this? And I don't know the full details of the lawsuit, but T.I. and Tiny daughter, what's the child's name? Zonique was a part of that group a few years ago, maybe a decade and a half ago. OMG Girls, I think it was. The OMG Girls, basically, I think some company decided they were gonna make some dolls, and they basically stole the whole persona of the OMG Girls. So T.I. and Tiny, of course, they sued them. And I think they won $71 million judgment. Well, just the other day, a judge comes out and basically knocks that shit down to like 17 million. You know what's frustrating about that as a black man? I know this only happening to them because they are black people. No judge. What I would just say to judge, what made you feel the necessary need to jump out on a limb and basically say, nah, that's just way too much money, we're gonna knock it down to this? You don't want black people to gain any level of wealth. That's what it has to be. So I say to T.I. and Tiny, I hope you stand your ground, hold on, and I wouldn't let go of this shit. I wouldn't, because 71 to 17, that's a big mother jump. So I will definitely say, please don't do that. Outside of that, that's just one simplistic thing I wanted to talk about. Outside of that, Shaq. Okay, so Shaq and Dwight Howard. Can we, I just want to address this real quick and then put it to bed. Shaq, you are a big, overgrown hater. Now, we all know the greatest big man of them all is Shaquille O'Neal. I'm sorry, Shaq, that your lazy ass did not want to work hard and you basically have a disdain for Dwight. Dwight Howard is a good basketball player. Was he as good as Shaq? No. So I can say that with my full chest that I understand that Shaq was a much better ball player than Dwight was. And I think Dwight even knows that Shaq was a much better ball player than he was. But I think his issue is that why you gotta hate on everything I do? And Shaq, you are hating. If you don't know what I mean, go to Shaq's Twitter page. Shaq, for years now, will go out his way just to throw Dwight Howard under the bus. And he's been using this under the guise that Dwight Howard a few years ago, I think it was like, I said a few years ago, shit, that was a long time ago. I think Shaq has always been running around calling himself Superman. And Shaq, I just want to tell you, you can't be Superman because Superman is Superman. So you're already at a disadvantage for being stupid for believing that. And then secondly, Dwight said it best. If someone is showing you some level of, I want to emulate or be like you, that's affection. That is an admiration for you. So I would just say, take the fucking admiration and stop acting like a hater just because some reason in your mind, I think you think Dwight's better than you. I don't know why. We all know this Dwight wasn't as good as you on the court. Maybe because you think he looks better than you or something. I don't know. But maybe this is a penis, contest. I don't know what y'all got going over there. All that I know though is that you two are haters. Hold on one second. This is my man calling. Okay. Has hit me up. Sorry about that, guys. Had to hit my man's up. We got some weather coming to Atlanta tonight or tomorrow. I want to make sure that everything's taken care of because if these lights go out, I ain't trying to suffer. But anyways, hold on one second. All right, there you go, right there. All right, so yeah, I'll just say in closing when it comes to Shaq, let's stop being a hater. Let's stop doing that. And let Dwight live. That's what I'll say. Let Dwight live. Sorry about that, guys. I was so sidetracked, but I'm back in it now. FS1. Oh, that's the other thing. I couldn't remember what else I wanted to talk about. And if you haven't been paying attention, Joy Taylor, the sister of Jason Taylor, the Miami Dolphins Hall of Famer football player. If you don't know anything about sports, that's his little sister, if I ain't mistaken. She's been in sports for a good little while. She was on the Shannon and Skip show a few years ago, before moving on to, I think, Colin Cowherd's show, Cowherd, or whatever, however you say his name, show. But if you haven't been paying attention, Skip Bayless is being sued by a hairdresser from FS1, the network he was working on last year, basically for sexual harassment in so many better terms. He propositioned her for sex, 1.5 million for sex. You heard the story if you've been around. And inside of this deposition, they have addressed other people who work there. And one of the stories came out was that Joy Taylor was in fact sleeping with a Fox Sports executive. She also sleeping with another sportscaster on their name, Emmanuel Alcho. Now, pause. Let me say this before I move on to Joy Taylor. I don't like Emmanuel Alcho at all. I don't like him because he's had a lot of slick shit to say about Black Americans. He's Nigerian. And he has this. Now, for me, I'm this. If you consider yourself a Black person, then I consider you a Black person with me. We rocks with each other. Now, with that being said, I also am a Black American. So, same way he's Nigerian. So we do have a different lineage, but we do consider ourselves, I guess, Black men. Because I definitely do. So I would say to Emmanuel Alcho, I dislike him because he always has this disdain of basically trying to talk down to Black America. And I don't like people like that. So I will tell you my feelings in this. I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, but I will preface it by saying I do not like this motherfucker as I tell the story. So just let you know. But anyways, it comes to find out Joy has been sleeping with one of the executives and Emmanuel Alcho. I think they were 2 different times. And basically, in so many terms, it seems like she was having sex with the executive solely for advancement in her career. And I think Emmanuel Alcho may have been a piece of that as well. But I also may think that she may have liked the nigga. I don't know. But I do know what happened with him was with the executive that she did say once he decided to stop sleeping with her, or if he ever decided to let her go, she was going to pull a Me Too on him. And I wanted to bring that story up, not to readdress the story, because you can go to any blog to catch this. I wanted to give you something about that. What I wanted to say was, that's a problem. That is my problem with Me Too. This believe all women. See, what happens is, I'm going to say this to the ladies. Ladies, it shouldn't be men standing in the forefront of this telling you that we do not believe all women. I think other women should be saying to other women, we can't believe all women because some of you bitches lie. And just like in this situation, it seems to be that this chick was going to lie to keep her career. And if her career fails, she was at least going to use this to get a bag out. And what I say to that is that I hope this bitch goes. So if it's true, let me say this, allegedly. But if this is true, I really do hope this woman never works in television again, because she doesn't need to be here. I hope this woman is never allowed in this arena ever again, because she shouldn't be here. And that's just how I feel about it. Because that is one of the worst and despicable things you can do. You can ruin people's lives. Remember this, you don't have to be convicted in America for it to affect your life in a very negative way. Actually, in my opinion, I think the court of public opinion may be equal to, if not worse than, the actual punishment a lot of times these crimes carry. I've seen people who've murdered people get off in 5 to 10 years, get out, boom. I've seen people who have done some type of robbery get out in 5 to 10 years, boom. But I've then also seen people who have been thrown under the bus in the court of public opinion never recover, never can work again, never can do anything. And to me, to be honest with you, that's horrible. Because even if I don't like a motherfucker, I don't think we should, just because I have an opinion of this person, I don't think that I should have the right to take their living away from them, unless it's a situation like this with Joy Taylor. Because you're actively trying to ruin someone solely just because you can. And I have no sympathy for people like that. That's just my personal opinion. Another thing I wanted to discuss was do you guys watch, what do you guys watch on TV? Let me give you a quick rundown. See, for me, I'm not a big TV person. I'm a reader more than anything else. If you look around in here, you'll see books everywhere. I got books over there, I got books over there, I got books over there, I got books over there. This is books everywhere. But when I do have time, I have a couple of shows I watch, and I'm more of a relationship TV watching person. And I don't mean like relationship shows, I mean TV shows, but more relationship reality shows. The Married at First Sight. I don't watch them other girly ones, but the reason why I like Married at First Sight so much, it's like an insight to the male and female mind. Me and the fam, we would always sit down and on Wednesdays and try to watch this so we can all get a better assessment of what the male and female is thinking at this time in the world. So that's what we did with that. But those are just some of the things I want to discuss. And then on a future episode, the reason why I brought that up is in a future episode, I want to discuss some of the breakdowns of some of the shows that I watch. Quiet as kept, I have been watching a lot of Tubi TV lately. We had the holiday season come up and I didn't have a lot to watch. I ended up watching Tubi, not because I was looking for this, this great exceptional content, but I really wanted to see what black people were producing in a free space. And I have to say bravo to some of these people. I won't call specific names, but I've been watching a couple of different shows, and especially some of the series. I love the series that they're doing. Some of the movies are cool. But what I would tell you is that we are some amazing people that are doing these shows. Black people are just some amazing people because they're producing, and I'm gonna say this. Black people on Tubi are producing content that has better dialogue than some of the major networks. I said it first. Yes, the fuck I did. I said it. Now, is the production better? No. But you need money for a higher quality production. You need money for cameras. You need money for audio, the whole nine. I always tell people though, you can get a person to watch your content if you do one thing. Get the audio right. If you can get the audio right, I promise you will be able to make a success if the story's good. Now, if the cinema is great, but the audio is bad, it's not going to work. But if the audio is great and the cinema is not so great, the videography, if it's not that great, it could potentially work. And I'm going to tell you, some of these people on Tubi has done a really great, I ain't gonna say good, a really great job of producing content with good dialogue, complete stories. Now, whether I agree with the story or not, that's a totally different story. Because I'm excited to you black folks. Boy, Atlanta, your people that are producing content out here, y'all are some freaky motherfuckers in here. If y'all ain't watched some Tubi movies, you want to see some good old fashioned, damn near soft porn, you need to go watch some of these Tubi movies. That's how that shit is. But it's good shit. I really would say that. And I'm only saying this to say this, that on a future episode, I want to dive into a couple of those episodes and talk about some of the things I've watched in there, because I want to give these people their props. I'm a former writer myself. I've written screenplays, I've written books, published author. And so I have an appreciation for great writing, and I have a love for people who make great dialogue. If you know anything about film and things like that, I'm a huge fan of Courtney Kemp from Power. I think Shonda Rhimes is a great writer. I do. I don't always agree with her content, but that's neither here nor there. And I am also still a fan of the late, great John Singleton. So these are people that I love when it comes to the industry. And two of the three I love. And what I loved about them more than anything else was that they wanted to always tell a complete story. Power is exceptional. Take away the drugs, take away the fact, I don't even care about the drug part. One thing I love about Courtney, if you know anything about Power, she never really showed the drugs. Now, we talked about it. We knew what we were doing when you know what they were into when you're watching the show. But I think she did an amazing job of making the show less about the drug and more about the character. So I say bravo to that. So with that, we're going to just dive into a couple of those things. And I want to talk about those if you guys want to. So give me a comment, drop me a line, let me know if that's something you do want to discuss. But like I said, I just really want to jump back in, refresh myself with you guys, let you know that the Scott Free Morning Show is going to be live. I'm actually going to say probably in a couple of days. So please be on the lookout for that. 300radio.com is where it's going to be playing in the mornings. Just check that out in the mornings. And if you don't follow me on any of social media, just check that out in the mornings. And I promise you, it's going to be a great time. I want to ride this train with you guys. Hopefully you ride with me. And that's it. I just want to do that. I'll tell you guys later. All right, man. Peace.
Whoa. Before you leave this podcast and go somewhere else, did you hit the notification bell? Because if you didn't, please do so now. And I'm talking to the people who've already subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that as well. Hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.